you have to do is this type of question is to make the powers of 10 of the two numbers that we are adding to be equal. Now 6.4 times 10 raised to the power 6 plus 4.3 times 10 raised to the power 4. We have to make these powers equal. 0.4 times 10 raised to the power 2 plus 4 plus 4.3 times 10 raised to the power 4. This one is the same thing as 6.4 times 10 raised to the power 2 times 10 raised to the power 4 plus 4.3 times 10 raised to the power 4. We'll now use this 10 raised to the power 2 to multiply 6.4, which will give us 6.4 times 100 times 10, because 10 raised to the power 2 is 100 times 10 raised to the power 4 plus 4.3 times 10 raised to the power 4, which will give us 640. 6.4 times 10 raised to the power 4 is the same thing as moving a decimal point to the right. That will be 1, 2. So our amount is now, we are now having 640 times 10 raised to the power 4. Our powers are now the same. We can now collect our like times. That will now be 640 plus 4.3 times 10 raised to the power 4, which will now be 644.3 times 10 raised to the power 4. Our next example is has to do with multiplication of numbers and then expressing our answer in standard form. Example number 7. Simplify 0.000215 times 0.000028 and express your answer in standard form. 0.000 yes 215 times 0.000028. What we'll first do is that we'll take these two normal numbers and then multiply it by the power of 10. This will be 2. If you have to move this decimal point, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will be 215 times 10 raised to power. We shifted it 6 times, minus 6 times 28. How many times are we shifting? Times 10. How many times are we shifting? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Times 10 raised to power minus 6. Now, if you have to collect like times here, under this multiplication scenario, what we are going to do is that we are going to add the powers in addition within her, because it's the same thing. But under multiplication, since we are going to multiply, we are going to add it. 215 will now be having 215 times 28 times 10 raised to the power minus 6 plus minus 6, which will now give us 6,020 times 10 raised to the power minus 6 plus minus 6 is minus 12, which will now give us 6.020 times 10 raised to the power minus 12 plus 4. This is okay, plus 3. This will plus 3, which will now be equal to 6.02 times, because the 0 after this final 0 is of no use. 6.02 times 10 raised to power minus 9. Yes, now you'll be imagining how did I get these 3. Now, our decimal point is imaginarily in A. So I just shifted it 1, 2, 3. I shifted it 3 times, which gives me the power of 10, which is 3. That's the reason why I said minus 12 plus 10, plus 3, which is the same thing as 10 raised to power minus 12 times 10 raised to power 3. That is, we can just write this one as 6.020 times 10 raised to power minus 12 times 10 raised to power 3. Once we have something like this, just like what we did here, we now bring it down to something like this. Then we get our final answer. Example number 8. Multiply 2.7 times 10 raised to power minus 4 by 6.3 times 10 raised to power 6 and leave your answer in standard form. Now, we're having 2.7 times 10 raised to power minus 4. Then we are going to multiply it by 6.3 times 10 raised to power 6. Okay, what we just do is just that we have to this 2.7 times 10 raised to power minus 4 is the same thing as 2.227. I'm trying to multiply it by 10 times 10. I'm shifting this 1 to the back. Once we are shifting to the right, we are adding a minus 1. That is 10 times 10 raised to power minus 1 times 10 raised to power minus 4, which is the same thing as, we will also come back to that. And then this one is times 6.3. I want to remove this decimal point. If you have to remove that decimal point, it will now be times 10 raised to power minus 1 times 10 raised to power 6. So we are to make it, we now make this one to be equals to 27 times 10 raised to power minus 1, since we are multiplying, plus minus 4. Times 63 times 10 to the minus 1 plus 6. This will give us 27 minus 1 minus plus minus 4 will give us minus 5 times 10 raised to the minus 5 times 63 times 10 raised to the power 5, which will give us 27 times 63 times 10 raised to the minus 5 plus 5. This will now give us 1,701 times 10 raised to the power 0, which is equals to, now you can now break this one further. We are shifting it to the left. When you are shifting to the left, your decimal point to the left, it will now be times 10 raised to the power positive integer. 1, 2, 3. We are shifting it 3 times. That means that's 1.701 times 10 raised to the power 3. We shifted it 3 times. 10 raised to the power 0 is 1 times 1, which is equal to 1.701 times 10 raised to the power 3. Okay. Our next example has to do with multiplication and then division. When we are to deal with the powers under multiplication we had, and under division we subtract. So we are going to solve this question instead without using tables or calculator. Simplify 0.6 times 32 times 0.004, 0.004 all over 1.2 times 0.008, 0.008 times 0.16. Now we now take each number to standard form. If you are to multiply, this one will be 6 times 10 raised to power minus 1, that is, we are shifting only one time, only once, times 32 times, how many times are we shifting this one? 1, 2, 3. That's 4 times 10 raised to power minus 3. Once you are shifting to the right, it's always negative. 1, 2, 3. All divided by 12. We are shifting once. That is only 1 times 10 raised to power minus 1 times, how many times are we shifting here? 1, 2, 2, 3. That's 8 times 10 raised to power minus 3. How many times are we shifting here? 1, 2. 1, 2. That will be times 16 times 10 raised to power minus 2. Now, gather all our powers of 10 to one side. That will now be 6 times 32 times 4 times 10 raised to power minus 1. Here, that will be, we are going to add minus 1 plus minus 3. All over, that will be 12 times 8 times 16 times 10 raised to power minus 1 plus minus 3 plus minus 2. Now, if you are to divide here, 32 divided by 8 is 4. 4 divided by 16 is 4. 4 here 1. 4 here 1. Here we are having 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2. So we are now having 1 times minus 1 plus minus 3 is 10 raised to power minus 4. All over 2 times this minus 1 plus minus 3 is minus 4. Minus 4 plus minus 3 is minus 6. That's 10 raised to power minus 6. 1 divided by 2 is equal to 0.5 times. Now we will now be having 10 raised to power minus 4. This division, we are going to subtract. Minus 4 minus 6, which is equals to 0.5 times 10 raised to power minus 4 plus 6, which is equals to 0.5 times 10 raised to power 2. Now we'll now take this further. If you are to shift this to the right, that will be, if you are shifting it, that will be times 10 raised to power minus 1. That will be 5 times 10 raised to power minus 1 times 10 raised to power 2. That will be 5 times 10 raised to power minus 1 plus 2, which is equals to 5 times 10, which is equals to 50. Or we can also limit just like 5 times 10 raised to power 1, which is equals to 5 times 10. Simplify 9.6 times 10 raised to power 18 divided by 0.24 times 10 raised to power 5 and express your answer in the form of P times 10 raised to power n. That is, 10 raised to power n is the standard form in which we are to report our answer. 9.6 times 10 raised to power 18 divided by 0.24 times 10 raised to power 5. Now we'll be having 96 times 10 raised to power minus 1 times 10 raised to power 18 divided by 24, by shifting it twice, times 10 raised to power minus 2 times 10 raised to power 5, which is equal to 96 times 10 raised to power minus, that's 17, divided by 24 times 10 raised to power 3. That minus 2 plus 5, that's 3. So that is, you are owing somebody 2 and you are having 5 naira. How much will be left on you? That's after paying your debt. You are having 3. That will be 24 year 1, 24 year is 4. Or we can still do it this way. 6 of 24, if we should divide 96 by 24, it will give us 4. And if that is too hard, you can easily break it down. Just 96 divided by 24. Here, 24 divided by 4 is 6. 4 here 1, 4 here 2. And we are having that is 16, that's 4. 6 divided, 24 divided by 6 is 4. So that's how we arrived at that 4. That will be 4 all over 1 times 10 raised to power 17. When we are dividing, that's subtraction minus 3, which is equal to 4 times 10 raised to power 14, which is our final answer.